Hi, Sradhanjali.
Hi, Rishabh. My visible and audible.
Yeah, you're audible and visible.
Okay. So, hi everyone. Good evening. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hello,
hi.
ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you all doing?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. So, yes, today I'll be starting about with the neuroscience of dreaming. Any idea what is the neuroscience of dreaming, or where exactly is your ego and superego as per the neuroscience of dreaming? कुछ भी बोलो. It's not that it has to be picture perfect or it has to be correct. कुछ भी बोलो.
No,
Like
ma'am.
with
No
the
idea. Just waiting for you.
okay, just waiting for me. Okay, definitely I'll be starting. Okay, so can I see everyone, because I feel that not being able to see anyone. Any idea? कुछ भी. Any
Ma'am,
idea
are you
what
asking
does
about
neuroscience?
ego and superego?
Yes.
Okay. Neuroscience.
Yes, I'm asking about ego. Where is the neuroscience? Core subject neuroscience.
Oh, ma'am, it works on the pleasure principle.
Okay. Instead of hmm, ego works on.
Yeah, ego works
Okay,
on
because I'm not be able to see
reality
any.
principle.
Yes. Ah,
Yes,
hmm.
ma'am. Yeah, it works on pleasure.
Ego works on
Pleasure.
reality. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And ego works on
Perfect.
reality principle, and super ego works on moral
Super.
principle. And yes, and ego always
Exactly.
tries to
Exactly.
balance between it and superego. So I think neuroscience is the neural activity regarding to all these things, or something different.
Yes. No, it's not different. See, I would be very honest. Am I not clearly audible to you all?
Audible, ma'am.
Is
You're
it my
audible.
Audible, ma'am.
okay? Okay, Ria, I think you can rejoin. Not an issue. It's a network issue. You can rejoin if you want. Okay. Neuroscience of dreaming is quite big here. Okay. But okay, Ria has left. She would be joining. But it works on few theories. Okay. Dreaming has 5 theories. Okay, Ria came back. So, what exactly is dream? We all know people. Sigmund Freud said it's the wish fulfillment, right? As I said in the class. But there are other theories also, like the memory consolidation theory. It says that we want to remember something, right? It's not that the day we are learning something, we forget the next day. It's not like that. Of memory consolidation theory, it says that when we are dreaming, we are dreaming about exactly what is happened, like what has happened right now, and we want to remember in the long term, which goes in the long term memory. Next, if I talk about the cognitive neuroscience, so it's a big, vast subject. I'm going to come. Basically, neurobiological base of dreaming happens with 3 areas: ego and superego, as Dashiv clearly said. Now, where is it? Not just a second, I'll change my Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi I think is creating an issue. So clearly, am I audible? Hello?
Voice is cracking.
Voice is cracking. Yes. Just a second, I'll change again then. Let me know if I'm audible.
Ma'am, there is too much disturbance. You're not at all audible. Your voice is cracking too much.
Is it still cracking? Hello?
No, this is
Better
better than before, ma'am. Yeah.
Uh, is it cracking or is it better right now?
Now it's better, ma'am.
better,
It is
better.
better.
Okay. So basically, if I talk about Freud, if I talk about the neurobiological basis, ego is somewhere over here. And please write it down, because whatever is written in the PPT, I'm not going by the PPT, because you all are going to, you have received the PPT long back. But I am just explaining so that you all can remember the way I did it from my graduation till now. Okay. So when you have to explore the neurobiological basis of dreaming, it is in the prefrontal cortex over here, forehead. Okay. Next is the desire principle. What is the desire principle? Id or superego?
Either. Either.
Yes,
It.
doctor. Yes,
It, ma'am.
yes, perfect. Yes, it is the desire principle. It is the center. It is in the center of the brain over here. Okay? And superego, it's the conscious. It's in the frontal cortex over here, back of the head. Now, most of you all are aware of the brain. Where exactly are the brain regions? I'm not explaining that. It's the, and if you don't remember where is our superego, you can remember by the name orbital cortex over here. Over here. Now, tell me one thing. When you are dreaming, what part of our brain is activated?
Cerebral.
No.
Frontal.
Huh?
The pineal gland and the amygdala.
Not the pineal gland. It's only the amygdala, which comes
The
up with the
amygdala,
issue
right?
of fear. Yes, amygdala. Because if you see about all the brain parts, we are sleeping. Only the amygdala is responsible for dreaming. Now I have given a video before the class, like 5 to 10 minutes back. I would request after the class gets over, please go and see the video. Okay. Now only the amygdala is activated when we are dreaming. None of the brain parts are that time activated. Clear about neurobiological basis, id-ego, superego?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Okay.
Yes.
Next, if I have to talk about again in a more lengthy way about the neurobiological basis, the first thing which I have to talk about the cognitive neuroscience. Now, what exactly involves in cognitive neuroscience are the brain region. Now, what are the brain region in our brain? कौन से region है brain में?
Ma'am, prefrontal, frontal,
Frontal, yes.
temporal, occipital.
Yes.
Parietal.
Yes.
Parietal.
Yes, Vasudha ma'am. Yes. So all are the thing, like in cognitive neuroscience, what we explore. Cognitive neuroscience basically say how we explore the brain activity through the brain region. And what are the brain region which are activated over there? Limbic system, whole brain system, and the prefrontal cortex. But when we are sleeping, dopamine is not being released. One of the neurotransmitters gets released. What is that?
Ma'am, melatonin.
One more. Love
Serotonin.
hormone. Oxytocin.
Oxytocin.
Dopamine is completely in the resting position. Clear? And yes, what is cognitive neuroscience in neurobiological basis? Anyone who can sum it up? Cognitive neuroscience explores how our brain activity during the process of sleeping contributes to the way we dream. And it has to be with all the brain parts. Now, all theories do have certain negative effects, negative feedbacks, certain positive feedbacks. I won't take up. Okay. Am I clear with the neurobiological base, particularly about the cognitive theory? Am I clear which part of the brain is highly activated when we are dreaming, any sort of dreaming? The amygdala? Okay.
Yes.
Now, when we are sleeping, either the big sleep or the small nap, which part of, sorry, what exactly we do? Any idea?
No.
The Yes, doctor, you are saying something?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No idea,
The,
ma'am.
the moment we are sleeping, what sleep is that? I explained in the first class. जब हम लोग सोने जाते हैं, the moment we are going to sleep, what stage is that we are entering into?
Alpha stage.
Yes. And what is the name of the first stage? REM or non-REM?
Non-REM.
Yes.
NREM.
Because, yes, NREM. Non-rapid eye movement. REM is rapid eye movement. And when you are confusing, please don't get confused. Because theories itna bada bada hai. It's pretty, I understand. To remember all the theories is pretty difficult. Chota portion may try to remember it. Because see, I can give you more than 10 pages PPT of one theory. It won't be of any benefit. मैं PPT पढ़ जाऊंगी. You people won't be understanding. Am I clear with the cognitive neuroscience? Fully clear? Where is the id? Where is the ego? Where is the super ego? Clear fully with everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is the function of dreaming. Dreaming का कुछ function होगा तो. Number one is emotional regulation, the regulation of all the emotions. The moment we are sleeping, it's written over here, the emotional context of dream, particularly the activation of amygdala. Now I gave the name of the writers who gave certain research papers, but it's not, you can't download it. You have to read it online. I can give you the link, but PDFs are not available because you can't download the like studies materials. So I would be giving you the link. Okay, but please don't download it because certain issues would be there. Now, when we are sleeping, particularly when we are sleeping or when we are dreaming, number one which gets activated is amygdala. And what is exactly responsible? The way we are regulating our emotion. When we are sleeping or when we are dreaming, we cry in our dream, we laugh in our dream. Why so? Why so?
Because that is the emotion when we are in the
Hmm.
not sleeping in our real life. That is the emotion that we are facing.
Yes. That is the moment when we are entering into the REM sleep. And REM is the most comfortable position in our sleep pattern. REM में कुछ भी हो जाए, we are not going to get it up. Like we can't get it up. Like get it up matlab we can't get in the stage of awake. It's not a awake stage. Non-REM is a awake stage. REM is not the awake stage. But in certain dreams also we tend to cry. We are seeing that we are climbing a ladder or we are climbing a hill and we are falling it down and we are crying in the dream. Especially babies. Sone says the moment they are sleeping, they are either smiling or they are doing like, but they are not crying. This is what the emotional regulation is. It's just because we are entering into the phase of REM sleep, which is most comfortable. Clear? Next is memory consideration. Now it's of the memory theory, the memory consideration theory, which I said. The moment we are listening something, take it an example of today's class. You all are listening everything, right? Most of us are from the psychological background or non-psychological background, doesn't matter. If you are from the psychological background, we know what is the matter which is going to happen. But if you're not from the psychological background, do it one more time, give it a try. It's just a try. After the class gets over, open the PPT or open the YouTube video. Two YouTube videos are there, or three, sorry. In the PPT, two and one in the three, in the group. कोई एक YouTube का वीडियो देख लो. डू इट फॉर 2 times. एक बार देखने से हो जाएगा, 5 मिनट के बाद और एक वीडियो, वही सेम वीडियो रिपीट कर लो. नाउ सी व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन योर ड्रीम. You are going to get the flashbacks of what has been done in the class, and you are going to try to replay all the things, and like you are going to resonate with the videos, that whatever I said, it is true or not. And what is it happening? You are repeating it. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, please before the exam, please repeat what you have learned. Schools, especially when we are in the schools, that is what memory consolidation is. Whatever we are learning something, whatever we are reading something, the moment we want to, that particular thing we want to have in our long-term memory, part of memory, we are going to go into this theory. As I said, there are 5 theories. Memory consolidation is one of them, and it's most important theory in dream analysis. Because if you are working with students, they would come up to you and say, not they, honestly, they won't come up. Their parents, ma'am, whatever my son is studying, whatever my daughter is studying, they are not being able to remember. And you don't know what is memory consolidation theory. You are going to say, it's only the issue of ages, blah, blah, blah. But it can be related with the theory, with the ages of dreaming. Because the memory is not functioning well. So if you need the memory to function well, it takes 21 days to 1 minimum. That is the thing we say to our client, that for 21 days, jo bhi karna hai, do it for consecutively 21 days. And after 21 days, on the 22nd day, you are going to see that something is missing. I don't know what is missing. Next is problem solving. Now, if I have to talk about problem solving, I have to talk about the threat stimulation theory. Now, don't worry, I'm going to complete all the theories, all 5 theories. Now, in problem solving, what exactly is threat stimulation theory? You had a bad fight with your friend or with your boss, blah, 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 who is very superior to you, and you want the problem to get solved, right? Now, in your dream, you are seeing that how you are solving it. You are going for exploring the other alternatives. Like, for example, in the class, you tried to solve this problem, maths problem, in a way, but you were not being able to do so. But in your dream, you are seeing some other alternative methods. Like we say, is alternative healers, crystal healer, Reiki healer, NLP practitioners, clinical hypnotherapists. What are they? They are the basically when psychologists fail, they pop up. And that is what alternative methods are. This is what problem solving methods are, mostly related with threat stimulation. Most of us are aware of flight, flight and freeze mode. That is what
Yes,
it
ma'am.
occurs over here. That is what it occurs over here. Clear with this? Okay. Now the linkage between dreaming and walking. Any idea? What is the link? The moment you are dreaming and the moment you are walking in your conscious.
Some dream flashbacks do come in the daytime when we get try to recall, but we can
Hmm.
only recall a few flashes, not much.
Hmm. Now, why it is so? What is the exact reason? Why exactly it is so? Let me give you an example, as Naomi said. Yesterday night, I saw a bad like dream. My mother, for the last few days, she's too sick. Now suddenly I saw, though I am like I am having, I got a diagnosis of insomnia. I did not sleep but partially I was sleeping. I saw in my dream that my mother died and I'm carrying the funeral. And I woke up. It was 3:30 a.m. in the night. But after that, I was not being able to sleep. And the moment I was going today in the morning, I was about to conduct a class for the BA teachers. I was going. It was pretty. I was dressed up very well because that college demands that I have to wear sari. So no matter, I was wearing a sari. I was crossing the rail lines, and I did not notice that the rail, like, what is that called? Rail patla, like, what should I say? That before the train comes, if you are crossing the rail lines, something gets shattered like this. No, it's something, I don't know what is called. Rail gate, something gets closed. So I did not notice. I crossed it, and people were shouting. I can hear everything, but I did not know why they are shouting. Because that was a fish market, I related in that way. Now exactly, the train was over here and I was over here today itself in the morning, because that was popping up in my mind. What if my mother dies and I'm supposed to carry the funeral? Because it is not even 1 month my brother died, my cousin brother died, and I don't want to anyone, no one of us, not even me, no one of us want to lose our like loved ones, not even the enemies also. And I don't know what happened, but someone pulled me, but it was not any human being. Because if someone is pulling me, I would have roamed out, like I would have seen like this, or someone who has said, why you are doing so. I felt something, some like what is that called? Some vibes pulled
Energy.
me out. Yes, something pulled me out. I did not know what exactly happened. And that time I fell down. I tripled over my sari. My sari was badly torn and blah blah blah. Shit's happened today. This is what waking and dreaming is related with. Because the moment you are seeing something very bad, that's the time you are waking. When you are awake, when you are doing your walk, it's like it's pretty not going well. Especially this happens with the one who are being molested. They can't sleep. And it's endless night for them. If you are working with certain sex worker, you would be knowing. If you are working with the queer community, you would be knowing. If you are working with the one who has been molested, acid attacks, they don't sleep. Like they are working, but the thing is coming every single second. And it was today in this 5 p.m. I called my mother that, are you okay? She did not know what happened with me. My mother said, I'm too okay. Where are you? I said, no, I'm coming back. Now when I came back, my father, like, he came to know from somewhere that this has happened, and he said, from tomorrow you are not going to go out, because you are going to see all this bullshit dream, and then it is going to hamper your life. So this is what dreaming is related with, because we are almost in the state of consciousness. If you are not in the state of consciousness also, then also it can happen, but the chances are pretty little. It happens with most of us. The day my brother died, 2 or 3 days before back, like before my brother committed suicide, I saw exactly the same. Like, I am losing my brother, and I had a word with Sachi also, that Sachi, could you please take up the case? Because when I did my when we, not only I mean, when we as a counselor, we do certain things during our masters, we all had to take a oath that we are not going to take any sort of relatives, like, right. So I was not supposed to take, not even my brother was supposed to take. Now my brother was pretty sure that you being my sister, you only have to take, but I was not taking up. because somewhere I would be very partial with my brother and I would be leaving my bhabhi. So I did not want it to happen like that. So I said, Sachi, that I am not pretty well, but still I would be continuing with the classes. And this has happened. Now, again, on that day, the way I saw him in the dream, the moment I went to Bombay, but his body was being down from the fan, I could not see him, but exactly that dress only she was wearing. So, this is what dreaming and awaking means. Clear about the examples? And yes, when certain things happen, when you are going to take up client, please be sure about considering the narratives. Abhi, if you take, like the moment it happened with me, if someone was a CBT practitioner or a REBT practitioner, do you think that would have gelled well with me? No, because I was that for particularly 10 to 15 minutes, I was traumatized. Though I am having issues with my sleep, I don't disagree on the fact that yes, I'm having issues with my sleep for the last 6 years. Like doctor gave me sleeping pills, but even if I'm taking sleeping pills, I'm not being able to sleep. Now doctor said me like last night only my doctor said me it's due to your stress which you are taking. It can be. I am not disagreeing on the fact. Now in this sort of cases, you have to take your CBT, sorry, narration, not your narration, what the client is saying, and no therapy. Just the fact, listen to the client. Now, I don't know about your states. If I talk about my area, we as a psychologist, there are clients who says that we don't need therapy. We just need someone to listen to me. Only for 15 minutes, not for half an hour. Now, in my area, there are 3 to 4 psychologists who, most of us, who said that the venting out sessions are pretty high. If your session charges for normal therapy session is 1800 or 1200, for vent out only for 1500, sorry, not 1500, for 15 minutes, it's 2000 or 2500. And even today itself in the class, in the B.Ed class, I meet with a therapist and she's a well renowned, but I did not know her. She came all the way from Delhi. Her, like, her paternal side is Delhi, maternal something, but she is from Kolkata. She said me for my went out, for her went out session for 15 minutes, it's 4,000. And she have like differentiated all these sessions. For geriatric, it's different. For child, it's different. For adolescents, it's different. For parenting, couples, everything different. If for queer clients, it's different. For sexual therapy, it's different. Definitely, I understand. Because if you take about us, most of us, we have a differentiation. For couple, we have different charges. Now, when you are dealing with went out session, please be sure that you are increasing even for 100 rupees. Like if your session charges is 1200, increase for went out session 1300 or 1500 at as per your experiences as well as for your locations, because locations matters a lot. Now if I like for here in my Kolkata, if I am doing it for 5,000, people are not going to come. But for Delhi, Bombay, people are going. Like she is having more than 50 plus client only for went out sessions. So you need to take in consideration of the narrative. And what happens in the went out session is only the narration which you are listening. Nothing else. You are not doing any sort of therapy. Therapy bhuli jao. Even you are not doing, okay, I understand. It's like yes. Only yes, not even no. And a big smile. Okay. Now also colors. Yes, colors do play an important role in dream. Now there are certain people who see number, repetitions of number 555, 222, 111, or 666. That is what the influence, or that is what is like angel number which is coming up. Though I am not an angel healer or I'm not a numerologist, but dreaming and uh,
Ma'am,
dreaming and yes.
ma'am, you already say that emotional
Hmm.
regulation is concerned with amygdala. Is
Hmm.
any other part, memory consideration is any other part,
I did not get your
brain part,
question. Hmm.
brain part related to emotion regulation is amygdala. Amygdala.
Amygdala. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Memory
Yeah.
consideration, which part is, ma'am?
Memory consideration is also with amygdala, but little you can take in consideration of the limbic system.
Limbic system.
Yes.
Problem solving.
Problem solving mostly with amygdala. Mostly. And somewhere with the prefrontal cortex over here. Because problem हम लोग किधर solve करते हैं? It's like over here. Stress होते हैं ना, when we are stressed out, we generally do it in this way. बहुत headache हो रहा है. So it's over here.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, doctor. So colors, the moment colors and numbers do play an important role. I don't know honestly about numbers, so I'm not going to give any sort of wrong informations. But if I have to take about colors, there are people who see in every time in their dream red color, yellow color, blue color. Now there are certain sort of sophisticated colors that are purple, blue, any shades of blue, any shades of purple, violet. Now there are in the next class I would be talking about theories and color psychology, because color do have importance in dream. Now if there are people who come up to you and say, ma'am, every time in my dream I'm seeing something, but I don't know what is that, but the color is pretty prominent, that is a color black. Now for example, if I don't have any paper over here, but if I ask anyone to draw in a white piece of paper, just scribble with black. Don't write it, just scribble with black. After a few seconds, if I say that individual only to write something, but not in a very prominent way, which won't be visible to us, not even with our naked eye or even in the microscope. Certain people have issues with color, especially black. That means they don't want others to see what exactly is happening with their life. They are pretty much on the fact of hiding their or blocking their thoughts. I'm not talking about defense mechanism. Definitely defense do play an important role over here, especially the immature defense. But orange color, green color, or yellow, these are the three colors which means the individual wants to heal, especially if you all are working as a psycho-oncologist or even not with the cancer patients. They pop up and say that, ma'am, every single time I'm seeing a small angel with a like magic with a wand and the color is green. Now you don't know whether the client is healing or not. When you talk to the doctors, especially the one who are involved, you can see the doctor is saying that yes, the girl or the boy or the individual is on the process of healing up. If you are working in the set of rehabilitation with the ganjas, with the drinks, everything, they get up a color of red. They have anger issue with their family members, even if they are recovering. That why my parents or why my guardian gave me over here or left me over here. I am not enjoying the company with my friends. So see, certain colors have certain issues with their dreams. Now with blue, purple and violet. These are the three most sophisticated colors. Now there are people who are from the elite society who would come to you, especially the ladies, and they are going to say, ma'am, I had a good kitty party, but in my dream I saw my necklace. It was not of violet color, but my necklace is missing, though my necklace is not missing. Now, how you are going to interpret this dream? Necklace is there. In original, the necklace is there with the girl or with the ladies. But still in the dream, the individual is seeing the violet color neck piece is missing. That means some sort of important documents are supposed to be misplaced. And if you ask the question, did you miss some of your important documents or something which was pretty precious to you? Not to me, but to you. Yes, ma'am, I lost a bag last week. It was a pickpocket. Or during the kitty party. But because again, you have to take in consideration of the situation. The individual says it's kitty party. That means something has been misplaced from the kitty party itself. Or not even the kitty party, it's only the house party. Now, I won't say that dream, interpreting any sort of dream is pretty difficult. But if you are taking in consideration of all the words which the client is saying, you can even understand what the client wants to have to say to you. Now there is a sort of theory which says about the supernatural fact. Supernatural theory, though I'm not going to talk about right now about this theory. Supernatural theory says, if I talk about parapsychology, there is a term which says relocation. Now, in parapsychology, what the relocation means? In general term, when you heard the term that relocation, you means that someone is relocating from this place to this place, from A to B. But the exact opposite things happen. Relocation in general terms means something good is supposed to happen, right? I'm relocating from Kolkata to Bombay. But in parapsychology, relocation means you are deteriorating, which exactly happens in dream therapy, especially the supernatural theory. In this theory, the client relocate, but in a negative way. For example, um, I don't, though I'm a crystal healer, but I don't use crystal healing with my client. I'm having amethyst, right? So there can be clients who come up to you and they are also into alternative healings. As a counselor, you are taking this client, and the client says, "Ma'am, my amethyst is there with me, but I feel that I am being shifted. I am in my office. I'm walking in my laptop, but I am daydreaming, but I am feeling that something is being shifting." Now, this means relocating, right? Now, if you ask the client, tell me some bad incident which has happened with you, which has affected you both professionally and personally. Now, the client says, my girlfriend left me, or I had a severe bad breakup, which I was not supposed to do, blah, blah, blah. Especially it happens in case of divorce cases, separation cases, relocation. Even if for example, if I'm supposed to get a promotion, for some reason my promotion has been stuck and I'm not getting promoted, rather I'm getting a declination. My salary is being deteriorated. For example, if I get 30K salary, now it's not even half. That is what relocation means. Now, relocation in terms of dream interpretation is a negative word. But it's pretty difficult to make the client understand that it's a negative word, because they won't believe in parapsychology, definitely. But parapsychology do have certain importance. Shamanism do have certain sort of importance. Why shamanism is being practiced? And still it is being practiced. I know one of our astrologer. I don't know whether she would be coming in my dream or not. Whenever I talk about this particular astrologer, she pops up in my dream. Now, what exactly she does, whenever someone dies, after 21 days of the ritual which has been practiced in Bengali, I'm talking about the Bengali culture, she would be going to the grave, like the graveyard, and especially the Bengali Christians, because in Bengali Christian they don't bury, like they don't give the like ark to their body. It's the buriation over there in the burial ground. She would be going, and there is a package with the gatekeeper with the ground and something. She gives the sort of bribes. She would take out the body and she would sit and she would start doing meditating, like meditations. It's pretty different. It's pretty horrible and it's pretty scary also. But she know all sorts of black magics, all sorts. Like one day, one of my friends said me that she has lost her diamond ring, and she was suspecting that someone from our team or our room has taken. Came to know from my friend itself. I saw this lady. She was having 10 fingers, 10 rings, and the bindi which she was wearing was pretty horrible. And she was looking as if that something is there within her. And she says that, like the day she said me, like I was having an open here, she said me I have some sort of evil spirit inside me because I keep my hairs open. Like this is the explanation she gave. And after that, I remember for 10 long days I was having high fever. I was having high fever, but it was not for this. It was for the reason it was in my graduation first year. I went to the burial ground and I opened my hair and I was walking because of a photo. So this is why, see, brain, I'm not going to talk about evil or black magic, But yes, black magic also do have an effect on the dream, especially if you see about certain sort of horoscopes. They do have certain sort of evil spirit, like as per the supernatural theory. Now there are certain sort of uh, zodiac sign who are pretty weak. Aries is one of them. Aries is one of the most weakest zodiac sign, and the one who have zodiac sign of Aries, as per supernatural theory, they say they are supposed to get horrible evil spirit dream. But the interpretation, it would be pretty difficult. It would be pretty difficult. Now, when I'm going to talk about the supernatural theory, you can understand why it is different, because the chakras, the human chakras, do play an important role. Now, again, why we get horrible theory, like horrible dreams, the one which I got yesterday. It's because our chakras get blocked. If your chakras are not activated, or if you are not unblocking your chakra, it's definite that you are going to get dream like which I got. And it is not that yesterday when I got, since last 21 days I'm getting exactly this sort of dream. And I got in touch with the physician that my mother is okay, right? I called him up at 6 a.m. in the morning. So this is what it happens. And we, most of us, we don't believe in chakra, but chakra do play an important role in dream, because most of us, we don't every day we don't see certain sort of black colors or red color, that is blood murdering someone. We don't see like this. We exactly don't see. But if you are taking up clients, especially if you are working with the rehab centers, if you are working with certain sort of astrologers, because they are also one of them who would be providing you 2 or 3 clients per month if you have a good rapport. I had a client, I did not take up after 3 sessions. It was a pretty, I won't say pretty, but it was a mix-up client. He said me that I know how to read the hand, face, and blah blah blah. So I don't believe in face reading, but I somewhere down the line I believe in hand reading. He said he saw my hand, somewhere down. He said me that after 24 years I'm going to die. And believe me, after that day, for again for a whole single month or certain number of months, I saw that yes, I'm dying. So yes, the moment evil things come up, it's bound that if your chakras are blocked, you are bound to get bad sleeps, like I do have. So for 6 years, I am facing this issue of insomnia, which is not being treated by any of the psychiatrists even. Now I won't play this too, but yes. Tata. Now, what is the connection between the creativity level, and sleep? Any idea? Why do we are creative when we are sleeping? Now, please don't consider my one. I am completely, totally different. Any idea? Yes, Sunila.
Ma'am, I had learned somewhere that the persons who are highly creative, they are having less sleep. Means their sleep timings are less than the others. Is it fine? Is it okay?
Somewhere it's okay. I understand. Somewhere it's okay. But again, if I talk about the sleep and theories, it's not okay. Because see,
Okay.
if you are not sleeping properly, your lifestyle is somewhere getting like disrupted. For example, you are not sleeping for the last 7 days, and suddenly you get a good project, and that project include any sort of artistic things, either writing or any painting or something or sculpting. Do you think you would be able to reason it? What exactly the project has been given to you? You will be
No, ma'am, it would be affected.
it would affect you. Definitely would affect you. But yes, there is a relationship between sleep and coffee, that is caffeine intake. Now, this is not related with dream or any sort of sleep, but yes, see, exactly, I would be very honest. Whatever we read in graduation, master, or even in the course, only 70% or 60% we can apply in our practical, but it's more of our practical knowledges or experiences we get. So I remember when I was working with this government hospital, particularly with the couples, the sex therapist, not the sexologist. He said me, Shraddhanjali, today I need to, because I am highly coffee addicted. He said me that please don't have coffee the moment you are getting up in the morning, because khali pet, it's a like empty stomach, and it's a habit for me to take up coffee. I said, why? He said me, I understand your stress level is being getting reduced, your dopamine is getting increased, but somewhere your full body functioning is having certain sort of issues. I said, no, 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 I won't have any sort of issue. And honestly, I know how to take up blood, like the general physician, how they work. I exactly work because I did one courses, the PG diploma courses. So I came back. I called the lab boy. I said that take my blood, that is to test ESR. After 1 month, again the ESR has been increased, like it was being increased triple. Then I realized, yes, coffee do have certain sort of negative things, because I don't prefer black milk coffee with sugar. It's pretty black and hard black. It's like strong black coffee. So sleep also is getting reduced for this reason. Because for which reason we are sleeping? Any idea why we do sleep? Why we sleep?
It's
To
the
give
regeneration
a
of the
pause to our
tissues.
brain.
I did not get. Yes, yes,
It's
now.
to give pause to our brain. It needs to rest.
Yes, there are certain nerves which are connected, like most of the nerves are working, but there is one particular thin, mostly thin, like a one ear. If you take a ear, one single strip of ear, it's as thin as that here. That is being connected with the limbic system to our brain, and which says that right now you need to sleep. And that's the time when we start yawning. Oh, oh. Though we are not tired, but we would yawn because that signal has been passed away. And it's a fraction of second. You don't understand what is going on. And that nerves get cut off. Like it can't pass any sort of signal to our brain that you need to sleep. Like it has been for more than 7 months. I am not been sleeping, like even for it's only for 2 hours or max 3 hours. Because it's a ritual, I have to sleep and I consider it as a ritual and nothing else. But there is a misconception that if you are too stressed out, if you are having a too hectic schedule, you are going to sleep. But it's not of that thing. You can't sleep that time. You can't sleep. I have a hectic schedule, but I'm not talking about my insomnia, but I have seen people, they have so many schedule more than me, but they are not sleeping. But they are not again getting a diagnosis of insomnia, because after a few hours or after a few number of days, they can sleep. There is a myth. See, there are so many misconceptions regarding psychology, even like we do mind reading and blah blah blah. So there is a connection between sleep and creativity. It's the REM sleep. For example, as I said, now leaving me. Now I was talking about napping, like the small sleep. ट्रेन में जाते जाते हम लोग सो जाते हैं. Like yes, I do in train, not in bus. Again, not in any sort of other transports, but especially in uh, trains. Why so? Any idea why do we sleep in like train? Like there are people who sleep in train. There are people who sleep in bus. It's a general idea. Anything, whatever comes to your mind.
Maybe they feel comfortable in that place more.
Okay. And by the sound, which is coming. ट्रेन का एक हॉर्न अलग होगा, बस का हॉर्न अलग होगा, ऑटो वगैरह का हॉर्न अलग होगा. So that is the reason why there are people who have a very soothing sound effect. Like there are types of sound. I'm not going to talk about types of sound now. Number one is soothing sound. Sound of guitar, sound of piano, like the instrumental ones. Now, not a very harsh one. Now, those who have a very soothing sound, types of sound में soothing sound एक type है. For that people they can sleep in train, but they can't sleep in bus. Train में कोई traffic नहीं होगा. If the train is standing due to some other way traffic, it won't make any sound like pack, pack, pack. The way buses, the way other vehicles does. Those who have a very harsh effect of sound, they can only sleep in other transports, but they can't sleep in train. And I remember one of my friend during her masters when we were doing sound, she said, I want to do this dissertation. I said, you are not going to get studies. You are not going to get any sort of skills. Literally, she did not get any skills. She had to make skills. But she did it in a wonder way. She got more than 500 participants. And the response was awesome. Like more than us. Her dissertation was A+++. 3 times she got received plus. Because that was a very hard game. Generally, no one of us think in that way. Now about napping. Now, if I have to talk about napping, what does napping mean?
A short sleep.
Yeah, very short sleep.
Okay, very short sleep. Now, if I have to talk about sleep and napping, what is the difference between taking a sleep and taking a nap?
But I think nap is very quick, and during sleep we need time to go in deep sleep.
Okay. So, if I have to talk about napping and creativity, there is a theory which I would be talking in the next class about the neurocognitive, which was being founded or developed by William Dowoff, Dowoff. Now he said that whatever network, whatever dreams, whatever creativities are there, it's just the content which is being informed by our lives, like the way we are being waking up. Like जब हम लोग नहीं सोए हुए होते हैं, in the conscious mind. And he also said, he came up with again a theory of neural subcustation. Now, this theory utilizes the most information where it has been found about the neural imagining. Now, there are certain sort of brain castings, EEG, ECG. It has been found there that when we are dreaming, particularly when we are dreaming, the neural substrates get activated. Now dreaming means when in हम लोग सोते हुए सपने देखते हैं ना, that we are singing. Even if we are a bathroom singer, we see that yeah, we are singing in Indian Idol or Saregama. Why so? Because of the neural substates. Now over here, I don't know about whether I mentioned about the neural substate or not, but if not, you can write it down. It's about the neural substate which we do so, and because of this, creativity gets on, and we try to improve on that. Now, neural substate and cognitive theory, neurocognitive theory are a little bit different. Neurocognitive theory was being developed by Williams, and neural substates was being developed by Calvin Horn. Now, Calvin Horn and William do have a relationship. William was a student of Calvin Horn. Now, I gave a book on dream therapy, and it's a blue color book. You can read the book, and it's a big book, I understand, but there is a chapter which is called Creativity for Sleep, on sleep and creativity. Creativity for sleep. Creativity for sleep. Yes, the chapter is this. Either chapter 8 or chapter 10. So, but the chapter is too short. It's of 5 or 6 pages. You can see that there are scales for creativity and sleep. Now, there are clients who would come up and say that, ma'am, I am a bathroom singer, or I don't know how to draw, but every single moment I'm seeing in my dream, not in my dream, that moment I'm daydreaming, I'm seeing that I am doing something which I can't do. That means it's a signal which has been passed. That is the wish fulfillment theory. That means you have the ability. Just the fact is that you need to take up a brush and start. So see, there is a questionnaire. I'm not talking about a psychometric test. There is a questionnaire Yes, no, maybe. Yes, the questionnaire is of, it's consists of 15, 20, 25 questions. The only solution is yes, no, maybe. And the counting with, for yes it's 5, for no it's 10, for maybe it's 0, either 0 or 1. Though I did not use that theory, sorry, that questionnaire, because that questionnaire don't have any sort of validation, because for testing we need certain sort of proof, but the questions are appropriate. But no one gave a proof that yes, this question or this questionnaire can give a reality whether napping and creativity do have an influences or not. But yes, if you are thinking about so-called napping and creativity, the moment if you are taking a sleep for even 20 minutes, you feel fresh. And that's the time your both the neurotransmitter dopamine and oxytocin gets doubled. हम लोग सो जाते हैं जब, like I'm not talking about sleep, I'm only talking about napping. It's just that time when only two neurotransmitters get activated, and to a deeper level, like for 5, for 4, for 6, and it's double. So napping do have an like effect on creativity, but again this theory has been, or this benefit has been criticized by certain neurofreudians, where they said no, napping can't have an effect on creativity, because creativity is within. Creativity has to be from within and nothing else. Next is the relationship between, again, your emotional wellness and creativity. Now do you think, now for example, you are not sleeping for 10 days, and you are in a group, it can be any sort of woman group, and on, for, okay, let me give you a date, from 1st to 14th you are not having a very good amount of sleep, and on 16th you have a meetup or meet and greet. Do you think your mood would be super high, or you would be super energetic? If not, why? Or if yes, why? Do you think it would have a super energy, or would you have any sort of super energy on that day?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, why not?
Because the mind is not rested.
Mine is not rested. Okay. And
The
why do you,
production of the transmitters has lessened because of no rest or gap where it is producing more.
okay. Anything else? Now, why the mind is not rested? Because you are not sleeping. Now, what is coming out? What exactly is coming out? What is your emotion which is going on?
Stress,
There is
anxiety, anger.
Stress, anxiety, anger,
Uh,
basic emotions.
Even a bit irritated
Hmm.
or cranky types.
Yes, kitty, like irritation whenever someone says, "Arey, come for a picture." You are like, "Arey, no, 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 today I'm not looking good." There are times when we say, "Arey, not today we are not looking good, so no, we are not going to click a picture." So why today we are not looking good? Arey, why today we are not looking good? Just now I said some one of the theory, neural substrate. Because of the neural substrate, you are not looking good. You are looking like Tom. You are not looking cute like a Jerry, Tom and Jerry. See, what I would say, leaving my side, people say how you have so much of energy. It's, I have been well adjusted for the last 6 years. But there are people, or if you take up students, before the exam, before 1 week, the mom and dad, especially right now, the in this generation, I'm talking, the mom and dad said, don't study, sleep well, go out, have a good chat with your friends, blah blah blah. Why so? Because of the neural substrate. If that is increased, that means you would have a perfect emotional hygiene. Now, hygiene doesn't mean that you are taking a good bath, you are taking a good nap. It means your overall hygiene, including your mental and physical. But again, if you are not doing so, That means your neutral substrate is not coming out. It's a bit lower. And that's the reason which is not creating your mood in that level. And hence your energy is too low. Along with energy, there are other emotions which is coming out. You are getting angry. You are not dressing up well. You are shouting on others. This is what, or even you are showing a sort of defense mechanism. What is that? Which defense mechanism you are showing? Now me. Yesterday I said in class, which one?
Uh, the one which you're
Denial.
blaming others for it.
What is
Ma'am,
that?
denial.
No. Denial means you are not accepting the fact. For example, I had a breakup. People are asking me, Sradhanjali, you had a breakup? I said, no, no, no. But we are keeping quiet, but we did not have a breakup. But it has been 10 days or 1 week or even 1 month we had a breakup. So that is denial. And denial is a sort of immature defense mechanism. But when people is doing in this, like for emotional wellness, they are using a sort of mature mechanism. What is that? Displacement.
Yes, displacement.
Job is like, Arey Bapre, yesterday you said about 15-20 thing. Please don't get confused. It's a displacement. In displacement, what happened? You are getting angry. You are getting angry. And you are not being able to show that angry to the one with whom you are getting angry, but you are displacing into a less threatening person. Let me give you an example. I mostly use it, not mostly, but I do use it. When I had a bad, it's not right now, in the year 2000, from the year 2008, I was in a relationship with my ex-husband. So before marriage, we were in a relationship. It was school relationship, and whenever we used to have a fight, I knew the moment I'm going to shout on him, he's going to shout at me back. And people used to say me, Shadaji is quite mature from that time, but I was not. I used to come back from my school or from my college, and I used to shout on my mother because I know she's taken for granted, or she's less threatening to me. If I shout also, again in the night she would be calling me out and dinner kar lo, please dinner kar lo. But if I'm shouting on my boyfriend, I know for the next 2 days he's not going to receive my phone calls or revert back to my messages. So this is what displacement is. And if your sleep is not happening and if your emotional hygiene is not being maintained, you are using defense mechanism, which is displacement. You are not shouting in the party. You are coming back and you are shouting at your son, at your daughter, or at your even at your husband. Okay, do you all want me to take a class on this, like not displacement, on all the defense mechanism for sleep?
Yeah, will do.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, though I am okay, it would be a repetition for Naomi, not an issue. She would be again knowing it. Okay, so any doubt till now? Now I would request. This is a very short one. This video is pretty short. I would request you to see that the neuroscience, whatever I said it right now, neuroscience. If you are not like, if you are not understanding how dream work or what exactly is the neuroscience behind your dreaming, it's pretty much worthless to complete the course. Honestly, because the certificate of practitioner, you are getting the title, but you don't know how to take up a client, or you don't know what is the etiology which is going on within the client. So before this also, this is a small video. Please, before this also, I would request you all to see this particular video so that you all understand that yes, what exactly is dreaming. So in the next class, I'm going to talk about defense mechanism, and if possible, I'm also going to complete about the theories. I know again the timing would be little bit, because to complete defense I need 30 minutes. Okay, I would complete the defense in 30 minutes and I would do 2 to 3 theories. But I would take 20 or 15 minutes more. Would it be fine for everyone?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so that it's on Friday. Friday? Yes, Friday. So on Friday, one classes on defense and again a separate class on this one, like on what I said, theories of dreaming, so that you all can understand what is activating dreaming, what is the cognitive dreaming, what is wish fulfillment. I said so. I won't be repeating it because it would be a wastage of your time. Threatening dream, I would complete, and activating synthesized dreaming. Three would I would definitely complete it. Okay, so you can have your coffee, you can have your tea, whatever you all want. Okay, any questions till now?
Ma'am,
Any?
regarding the assignment,
Huh.
the assignment that has been put up, what is it that you are expecting? How, I mean, is there any particular, what you say, number of words or something that you're expecting? Or is
No,
it
no,
should
no,
be
no.
short answers?
Anything, whatever you all feel like. You can
Okay,
write the pointers, you can explain it, whatever you all feel like, but not too long like we used to do in history, but not like that.
okay.
Okay, Rashi ma'am is like, अरे बाप रे इतना सारा वीडियो मेरे को देखना होगा अभी. But don't worry, it would be like interesting ones. Because see, if you are getting scared about psychology, psychology would scare you. Honestly, psychology would scare you. So please don't get scared. Psychology is like child play because it's pretty easy. Because today I was handling a case of same with dream issue a child, and I started with not with CBT, not with dream therapy, but I started with play therapy, and the outcome was disaster. So see, if you are doing dream therapy with a combination of play therapy with the students, you can understand a lot much because you need to know about their functions. How was their parenting? Because parenting do affect a lot in the mind of the child, whether a child of 6 years, whether a child of 7 years, or whether a child of 8 years, it would affect. Okay, and one more request I would like. So if you all are ready today, like only 3 people or 1 2 people, anyone who can do, could you all please say a 30 seconds video that how are you all liking the course so that I can record it? Because as Heel Talks is pretty new, like it is being formed by Sachi. Now I and Sachi are two good friends, two good therapists. So anyone who can do it today. But I would take everyone's. But I know most of you won't be prepared. So anyone who can go, I can start the like recording in the phone. Who is ready? I can only see Naomi, Rashiva, and Sunila ma'am. Anyone? Acha, Sunila ma'am, are you a Bengali?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, because your surname, by your surname, I can identify. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Who can wants? Who would be doing first? But don't worry, everyone have to do it. But who would be doing?
Ma'am, what exactly we need to say?
Okay,
Like
so
the
first, I'm telling you what exactly you all need to say is that how are you liking the course? Like it has been only 5 classes which has been completed. So whether I'm being able to like whether you all are understanding or not. Like আমি ভালো বোঝাতে পারছি কি পারছি না. It's simple.
yes, ma'am. For how
Okay,
much seconds, ma'am? It might be because we are
20,
really not prepared, now.
I understand. 15 second, 20 second, তার কম হলেও অসুবিধা নেই.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, now who would be going?
Ma'am, I can try, but if it is not that much good, then you can delete it.
Not an issue. See, firstly, you need to tell the name and what exactly is the course you are doing and how you are liking the course. Bus and nothing else. It's not that you have to say a history. History bolle it won't come. Don't worry. It's only 5 or 10 seconds, maximum 15, not more than that. Okay, so let me know when you are ready. So I would start the recording. Sachi is
Yeah.
not there. Okay. Let me know when you are ready.
Ready, ma'am? Let me try.
Okay. Yes. Yes, you can start.
Hello, all. This is Tunela Day, and I have joined this course of dream therapy. by presented by Heel Talks. And after doing my 5 classes, I am very much happy with the presentations of Shraddhanjali ma'am, and the team is also very good. And Shraddhanjali ma'am is really a very good explainer. She is detailing a lot about the dreams and the basics and the neuroscience and the theories and therapies. A lot of things we are getting to know about after this class about the dreams. It's really an awesome class, and I would suggest lots of other peoples also to join Heal Talks. And really, I'm suggesting few of my cousins also trying to join various courses presented by Hilltalks. And really, ma'am, I'm enjoying this. And in future also, I would try to join. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Anyone else? Rashi ma'am is writing down. Yes. Naomi, you are there in both the classes, CBT and Dream. अरे कुछ नहीं होगा बोल दो हाँ okay she is joining I think okay anyone who is ready Rashi ma'am is writing thesis paper or what ready she opened her ear she came okay yes
Okay. So should we? Can I start, ma'am?
yes you can
Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Rashi Mudgal, and I have joined this course of dream analysis under the guidance of Shraddhanjali ma'am. You know that I was also always fascinated about dreams. I wanted to know what are dreams, why do they come, and why different people have different kind of dreams. And there are a lot of things to know about dreams. And finally, I found the place where a person came and she told me that she is the person who can decode what are dreams, about the theories of dreams. I didn't know that there is so much behind the dreams, hidden behind the dreams. So I think after having few classes, uh, I am able to understand what are dreams and how our brain works, what is the role of our brain and our mind in the dreams. So I think after finishing this course, I will be able to decode dreams and help people in the field of psychology. So thank you so much, Shraddhanji ma'am, and the whole team. Thank you so much.
thank you so much so yes definitely see it's not that only after like after the course only for 1 month it's a lifetime like company whether online whether offline because it's right now everything online so whenever you all need me whenever you all need Sachi she's a clinical psychologist I'm a counseling psychologist we work both hands in hand so you all can ask anything everything even if it is not in our like control we would definitely do our research because it's not possible that everything I know or everything Sachi knows but yes we maintain this thing that whatever we are not knowing there are questions which comes up that we don't know the answers honestly so we try to give the answers within 72 hours because we need to answer like we need to recall whatever we learned we need to talk with our mentors that what exactly the answers can be and then we come back so don't worry and yes we are there now we came out like this okay now we start
Yeah, hi everybody. I am Naomi. So basically, I have joined this course as well as other courses also with Sradhanjali ma'am in Heal Talks. So my journey by far has been really enjoying it since I'm a person who loves psychology die hard. So it's been something which I've been very intrigued to basically in dream analysis. So that's the reason why I went ahead with it, and it's very insightful and some getting to know more and more things which you would otherwise not be knowing, especially with case studies and real life incidents, which helps you understand more better in terms of even people who are not of the psychology background. So it's very insightful and helpful for you to learn as well as practice, since you will be getting real life exposure as well as experience which you can inculcate in your experience and see things ahead when you go ahead after the course. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Definitely, I would be sending to Sachi and Rishabh because Rishabh said me that Shraddhanjali, you start the recording today. I won't be available, and Zahik is also not available due to certain family emergencies. So don't worry. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, but on the next class, I'm going to start with the difference mechanism, and also I'm going to complete 3-4 theories. So I would request that to be with me for the next 1.5 hours on Friday, so that you know exactly what are defense mechanism or what. So don't worry, I'm going to give you the PDF today itself in the group. And yes, defense in dream we also use defenses. How we use defenses, then our role play would be there in the next to next class, that is on Tuesday. But yes, for Tuesday, after completing 7 or 8 classes, I need to do a role play so that exactly you can understand that as a therapist how you are going to interpret, and as a client what are the questions you all are supposed to get. So I need 2 people or 2 volunteers, as a one as a therapist and one as a client. So you all can talk in the group who
Ma'am,
would be
as a client.
as a client. Client. सही बात. Not as a therapist, as a client. Okay, not an issue. Whoever wants to be a therapist can be, so that you all can exactly understand what exactly happens in the dream scenario, and what are the music played. Like now, music played. There are certain different opinion that in therapy classes we are not supposed to play music, but in expressive art therapy, in any art therapies, and in dream therapy, I make it a point to play soft music so that the client is on the verge of sleep flowing, because dreams are pretty it. As a therapist also you can see that your dreams are triggering you. Client's dream can trigger you. So it would be very difficult to play harsh music or loud music, but definitely soft music of piano, of guitar. But yes, try to avoid certain religious sort music, because there are clients who says that I don't like this, I don't like that. So it's best to play a piano or a soft flute, so that the client is telling you and you are going at your own pace. And yes, dream therapy sessions are pretty long. Now for dream therapy the charges would be difficult, not difficult, different, sorry. Now if your charges are for other session is 1200, for dream it has to be 1400, because you are interpreting. You are writing, because you have to write it down also, so that you go back home, you are doing your own researches, because it's not possible to read all the dreams as a therapist also. Even I don't do. I have that book, I have flashcards, uh, I do it in that way. And there are books, there are kits which you can give it to the client, but generally we as a therapist, we don't say that take it in your home. We say you can buy it, come back with the kit, and there are charges also for that. And if you are giving kit also, you can take the charges, because it's not that for free of cost you are giving it, because you need to buy the kit. And if you are doing any dream therapy and crystals, if you are saying that bright from somewhere else and it has to be original, it's okay. But if you are again providing it, because again dream and crystals charges would be again high, because crystal ka ek charges hoga. You need to energize the crystal, you need to give it again a double sort of effort you are giving. So I would be talking about the charges also, but yes, charges would be according with your experience, definitely according with your state where you are saying, or where the place where you are saying. Because I would say, if you see my charges, which is completely different for online and offline. Online you don't have to go anywhere, it is your own place. But for offline you have to travel, you have to take the travel expenses also. Now if you are conducting a sessions, it has to be different. Now session means corporate session, it would be different. Session for teachers, it would be different. And in general it would be different, because see, you are learning something. It's not that you are only investing 3000 and you are doing nothing. I make it a point, whatever courses I am doing, if the course is for 5000, I make it a point the moment I'm going to do the first workshop, because I generally don't do first course, because it can be that I don't know something. And if I'm doing a full-fledged 10-day course or even 5 days course, I may have an issue with tripling down that I don't know answer. So one day webinar for 1 hour or 1.5 hour, it's pretty good. Like I work in that way since that year, like since 2016. And I make it a point that if I'm spending 5,000 rupees for one single course for 10 days, for 20 days, I am getting the double. And if now no one is giving the double, I'm not ready to do the course. And it can be that you think that, what if people is offering me 2,000 rupees for that course? So, chalo, le lete. But what you are doing, you are deteriorating your not self-esteem, but your market. There are therapists in my area, only one, not everyone. She comes down every single day and she charges 50 rupees for only 45 minutes. And I'm like, please, I don't take cases like this. Because for online, my charges are different. For offline, my charges are different. And definitely online sessions charges different, corporate charges different, because I have to study. I did my studying purpose. I did post training, I did EMDR and blah blah blah. It's endless. And in fact, today also I'm learning something. So whatever you all are investing, I'm not talking about the school life. After school life, whatever the professional courses you all are doing, try make it a point that you are not going to come down. Yes, definitely if it's a startup, you can negotiate. But I have seen people charging 2,000 and they are negotiating it for 800. I said, no, I can't. Because you have to invest in your PPTs, because you all will be very first to take up classes or to something. I have PPT ready made, so I know I don't have to invest right now for PPT. But I have to invest for professionally, I have to invest my Wi-Fi, I have to invest my area, and blah blah blah. So when working as a professional, please be sure that you are charging and you are having something with you yourself. Because client can come up and say, ma'am, you are taking this from that, this from that. So if you are charging different, you have to have that much of um, confidence to tell the client, this is corporate session, this is individual session. And there are other stuffs also where your marketing would be there. Definitely for marketing, you need to spend money, but don't do it at like for 10,000, 12,000, because when you are going for TEDx, definitely TEDx have a huge charge, but do it in a very small way. Now, there would be a suggestion from my side, what I generally do it with all my courses. You have been doing for 5 classes. You know something like 0.5% about dream therapy, or Naomi about dream and CBT. All of you, I think you have LinkedIn, professional LinkedIn account, professional Instagram account, and professional Facebook page. Do small videos that after the class, so that you don't have to struggle for work. That I am a dream therapy practitioner, mere ko kaam de do. And use the proper hashtags, because it matters a lot. Now, last week or on Friday or Saturday, one of our therapists said me that, Sradhanjali, you have only 300 or 400 posts and you have 12.9K followers. I said, check out my reels, you are going to understand. It doesn't depend on how many posts you are giving. It depends on what content you are giving and how you are using the hashtags. Same for LinkedIn. I am having 13,000 followers in LinkedIn. Whatever post I give, that doesn't reach 1,000 people, but I get the support. People read it down. It won't be at a phase that you are doing it something and ek jhatke se you are coming as Deepika Padukone. It won't be that fact. Because we are doing something for the society. People don't like that. People right now like so nude pictures. The moment you are doing certain sort of malpractices, people like that. Talk about sex, people are not going to like that. Now, sex doesn't mean that you have to talk about bullshit. If you talk about sex education, if you talk about sex toys, people are not going to entertain. If you are showing any sort of perverting things, people are going to like that. So again, use the proper hashtags, definitely, and start posting it so that it would be on a pluser side, because you know something. I did it in that way, number one. Number two is, whenever you complete the course, you all are going to get the certificates immediately within 48 hours or within 1 week, right? Update your CV. And what would be your comfort zone? Start mailing it. I call it as hot mail. Now, hot mail means at a chance people did not knew in my area that Shraddhanjali is a psychologist. I had to go on mail and mail. I did not visit any places, honestly. It was just complete mails which I used to do. That I did a course. If you feel, tell me, I'm going to conduct a free webinar. Now, 1-2 times you can conduct a free webinar because that would be the very first webinar which you all are going to hit. But after that, try charging it. It can be per individuals or it can be per session based. And there are so many Facebook groups where you can even attract clients. If you know something, do it because psychology is right now emerging. There is lot more competition. Yes, proper hashtag would be a plus point for you. So whatever you knew till date, make it in form of reels. Not that you have to use a proper like lightings and everything. Hold the phone in this way. Talk it whatever you are doing. It can be the phone is going in this way. No issue. No problem in that. I'm not saying you to be a very professional like the YouTubers who are too professional. We can't be like that. Whatever you can, do it in that way. And yes, definitely people are going to listen to you. In fact, I last month I did more than 15 plus workshops. Just I generated from like Instagram. I did not go for any marketing. Just I have 2-3 boys in my team. One for poster making. Whatever courses I do, they are the one who is taking the janjat for making the poster. If I feel that I'm not being able to update it, like in Facebook, in Instagram, one is there, and the other one is there to help me out with content, the social media. Today I'm supposed to write this, today I'm supposed to write that, and everything is mind-minded. Only I do it. Just the fact I'm not talking about that you need to make a team right now. You can do it everything on your way. See, the video which I give, they are the professional way I understand. But we are not that much professionals. Do it. See how the videos are reaching. I'm not talking about, see, if you are having any personal account, try making a professional one. Keep that personal account locked, whatever. I too have a personal account in my Instagram. My personal account is not having more than 5,000 followers. But my professionalized account is having near about 13,000 followers. And whatever Instagram reels I give, I know it's going to reach more than 1 lakh people. And it happens. Number of shares do matters a lot. Definitely. See, it's a social media trick how you are going to capture clients. It's not that every time you have to learn something. No one taught me. No one taught me how to make a PPT in Canva. Canva is pretty new. I did not know. I only knew how to make PPT in PowerPoint. But my social media boy said that Shraddhanjali, please remove your PowerPoint from your laptop, install Canva and do a pro and start doing it. I saw more than 100 plus videos. How to edit, how to insert clickable link. The moment you are going to click this, when you are going to be like, this is going to open. But in PowerPoint, what had happened? See,
long thought was super interesting, which
is
is
it
the
audible?
neuroscience of dreams. Why we dream, what our brains are doing when we dream, and why don't we know more about dreams? And luckily for me, one
See,
of my
this
very
is
best
what I
friends
knew
is-
it from Instagram. Sorry, from YouTube. No one taught me how to give a edible link or something. But whatever you all are doing, do it in the way that you have invested 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, 3,000. Think it that I'm going to earn more after doing 2 or 3 workshops. That should be your motivation. I am right now doing a course on lactation, like how a mother is going to feed a baby, because there are so many baby nipples which are coming up. In fact, I honestly don't know. Now, my thought process is it has been almost 6.5 months or 6 months. After 2 more months, I'm going to get certified because I'm going to give the exam. Blah blah thing is going to happen. Now, after that, the first thing I'm going to launch is I'm going to launch my own workshop only for one day, definitely for one day. Obviously, the charges would be minimal. But when I'm doing it with a collaboration with other organization, the charges would be pretty high. That is my main motive, that I have invested 7,000 rupees. I should generate more than 20K from one workshop or from two workshops. That is it. We need to be very professional. Otherwise, people say me, why you are not reducing your charges? I don't reduce my charges because I give that quality. Quality matters. As you all know, a chocolate, for example, a 5-star would be for 10 rupees. Now, if I'm selling a 5-star for 30 rupees, would you all buy from me? Never. But I am selling a black chocolate, a dark chocolate, which is of U1. That is one of the most precious branded chocolate. And the chocolate is around 5,000. Now, if someone says me, Shradhanjali, give it for 1 rupee, do you think I'm going to give it? I'm not going to give it. That is what. That exactly is what. So whenever you all are doing a course, any courses, from Heel Talks or from anywhere, please be sure that you are earning much. Whatever you have invested, that would be pretty good for your understanding or for incoming, and nothing else. So this was all like I needed to tell, so that you all understand how it happens or what exactly it happens in this way. So because Hill Talks is also new, if you all want, you all also can conduct workshops with Hill Talks after completing Dream or after completing any of the courses, because Sachi is coming up with so many courses of clean school by Pavitra, like school psychology by Pavitra. I know Pavitra. Tanaya is also doing one of the course on attention and motivation, I think. And a course on queer. I would request you all can pursue queer psychology, because you don't know whether a client is going to come to you and the client belongs from LGBTQ community, and you don't know what is non-binary or what is a cis man or even a pansexual, and you are saying, I don't know, please don't explain me. The client is coming for a session and you are asking, what is your identification? Oh, I am a non-binary pansexual. What is pansexual and what is non-binary? I used to do like that, honestly, because I did not have any idea. After that, I undergo like 2 trainings only. Then I became a certified, and then I was working still. So if you have to work, please be professional. But yes, make it a point that you are knowing everything. Not everything, but you are well updated with the fact. And nothing would stop you. Create a LinkedIn profile, which is perfectly professional. Instagram profile, which is perfectly professional. And start doing with the proper hashtag, with the proper bio and eye capturing bio. That would work well. Okay. So yes, I would be seeing you all on Friday. Yes, on Friday. And I'll start up with the difference mechanism and with theories. Okay. So meanwhile, you all can go through the videos and let me know if you all are facing any issues or not. Okay. Okay. I'll see you all on Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.